everyone, it's Desiree and I am here again with Paper Roses, and today I am going to be featuring the Blooming Flowers background die. This is an absolutely gorgeous die, and we are going to use the Hugs Fine Script for our sentiment. We're going to be doing some die cut inlay, but only in certain areas. So I'm going to start out with the sentiment. We're going to layer that up. This is only one layer. I die cut the cloud, what I like to call the cloud, in ivory, which is the same color as the frame that I already have die cut. And then I used black for the script sentiment. I'm going to take this frame and I'm going to glue it onto that pink piece of cardstock. Now, you could stop here. You could take this frame, just layer it up onto a piece of cardstock. You could die cut this frame multiple times so that you can get dimension when it comes to that background image. But I wanted to put it on that color. When I saw this, I saw pinks. I saw just that softness, but also with a vintage feel because I'm using ivory. For me, when I use ivory cardstock and this shade of pink, it can give it a vintage look to that. No, there is no vintage photo coming into this document or into this video. I'm going to use some double-sided foam tape, and you can see I have a frame of, it's a rose petal iridescent mirror cardstock by Tonic that I'm using. I absolutely am in love with this shade. I'm going to place that onto my standard A2 size card base. And now we're going to do our die cut inlay, and you can just see that iridescent just coming off. You know, with my lights and everything else, you're going to see this change. When I'm doing the die cut inlay, I'm also using that mirror cardstock so that that will pull in the frame. And I'm only doing it to the flower. So we've got this large bloom that's going across off to the side. And then we have that small little bloom shooting out. Now there is another flower in here, so you could choose another color with that. But I really wanted to focus on these two images here. So when you die cut this image, you're going to die cut it twice. You're going to die cut it once for your background, for the outline of the die. And then you're going to cut it again with the color of cardstock that you want to use for your inlay pieces. This would be absolutely gorgeous if the entire thing was inlaid with different colors. You can get a beautiful stained glass look when you do that. I'm getting glue all over the place, so we need to clean that up because my card was actually sticking to it. It was kind of funny. You can see how this mirror cardstock just changes. It just goes to these iridescent glows, but it's got this pink touch to it. So I thought it was a really nice accent for the background that we chose. Just continuing to put those pieces in. This actually takes no time at all. What takes the time is to know what pieces you need to save. Yeah, it was that little tiny piece that I just put in there last. Yeah, I couldn't find it, so I had to die cut just that little section and pull that out, which again, you don't have to die cut the entire piece, just that one little section with cardstock. Almost forgot to complete the bud that's at the top, so I'm just going to put those three pieces in. And then our sentiment is going to sit at this towards the center of that large floral. I'm going to use my double-sided foam squares to prop that up just to give it even more dimension onto this piece. And then once that's set in place, we are going to add some iridescent pearls. And those, when I do those, I'm max setting one of the other flowers. So you can do all of these different techniques to pull out these images when it comes to this die cut. So I focused on that top one and then just added a few around. I hope you enjoyed today's project. I hope I gave you some ideas on what you can do with your items and these items as well. The products that I used will be listed down below. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below as well. Enjoy this process. I can't stress it enough, and I'll always say it. Always have fun, but always remember too, what is most important. Always be creative, and I'll talk to you in the next video.